up, Brady?
What's up?
How's your season going?
Cold.
It has been cold, which brings us to a great topic of discussion today, which is
Late season essentials.
Brady, what's new?
Just enjoying these late season temps, man.
How's your season going?
Real good.
Pretty good.
Killed the buck last week. You
Right on.
killed the buck last week?
It's been cold. We've had some early snows, right?
Yeah.
Which brings us to a topic of discussion today, which is,
Late season gear essentials.
yeah, these are like a few pieces that each of us picked out that we think are critical for late season hunts, right?
Yep. Some of my favorites, some of your favorites.
Cool.
I gotta freaking take this off.
Yeah, you might want to take that off. Still hot in Vegas, isn't it?
Yeah.
So run us through. What's your first piece?
All right. So late season, I always like to switch into some of my obviously later season socks. And so these are some of the socks I absolutely love. These are the Farm to Feet Kodiak socks. I do wear these with a liner sock underneath as well, just to add a little bit of extra,
Okay.
because my feet do get cold, long extremities.
Right.
But these have always been my favorite, whether I'm wearing pack boots, whether I'm wearing normal boots. I like my feet being warm in the late season.
It's got a ton of cushion.
Ton of good cushion too.
That's
It's got cushion in the right areas too, like a little stretch, fits me really well.
Right on.
I have a size like 12.5 foot, so I wear the extra large
Very good.
for reference. But
So that's the Farm to Feet Kodiak.
Farm to Feet Kodiak, yep.
Cool. My piece. So late season hunting is all about glassing, right? Best tool in the woods is going to be a tripod, a good tripod head, and then a binocular adapter. This is the Surrey 624 with the VA5 head. It's a 4-section carbon fiber tripod. It's not super lightweight, but it's light enough that I don't mind packing it. It's heavy duty enough, gives me a nice steady platform, even with a spotting scope.
That's what I was going to say. Late season, you're probably going to want that in case you get some windstorms, some snow, and stuff like that to keep your glass steady.
Yep, and I would say, a spotting, or not a spotting scope, but a tripod, good tripod head, binocular adapter. It's a key piece of gear no matter what time you're hunting of the year, but it's especially critical in late season because glassing is everything.
Yep, got a glass to find them.
So that's my piece. It's even got some blood on it from last Sunday.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's pretty sick. My next favorite. So, whether I am out there glassing and I need to start a fire, or I'm in my teepee and trying to light my stove, I need a fire starter.
For sure.
And Pyro Putty has been amazing. Like, it seems a little bit interesting, the little fibers, you got to pull them out. What I usually like to do, especially on a stove, is I take this, wrap it on a little stick, and then light that on fire, and I can stick it in the stove to light a good fire. But even making fires when I'm glassing, using Pyro Putty to help start all the little tiny sticks I got, or a little bit of also toilet paper on the side, just super, super useful. And it comes in both the can, which is 2 ounces, or this bag I recently picked up, so I can supplement it. This is, I think, 4 ounces of the winter blend.
Oh, nice.
And I can actually just refill it with this if I need to, or put this in a little bit of a Ziploc bag, take a bunch of it,
Right.
easily carry it.
So that is a winter blend.
winter blend, which I think is negative temperatures up to 40.
Cold.
Yeah, really, really cold. So I always get the winter blend rather than the summer blend. You pretty much use this all year.
Yeah, how many times have you started a fire there on a ridge just to get you through the day, right?
Yeah, just last week in Idaho, we probably did at least a fire or 2 fires a day.
Right.
Just trying to warm in random spots every time we move out of the ridge, start another fire. And I'm one of those people too who doesn't believe that fires are going to scare animals, because
Sure.
we just do it, keep a
Yeah,
low
mostly,
profile.
Yeah, mostly your rifle hunting too. Fire's a natural smell in the woods, especially in the west this time of year.
Yeah, and so this is just essential too. When the wood's always wet,
Yep.
this just helps spark a really good fire, and
What-
actually a really cool glow.
What do you think burn time is on one of those? Like a little hunk of that? You get 3 or 4 minutes out of it, you think?
Oh, easy,
Okay.
easy to get 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah, so it's way better than just using
Vaseline,
toilet paper or
cotton
something
ball.
like that. Cotton balls. Yeah, I actually get a good burn.
Right.
Like I said too, I like putting it on a stick because then I can reach it into the fire and light whatever teepee or a log cabin set up. And then on the stove, it's just great too to put it in there.
Yeah, don't underestimate your ability to start a fire because it can save your bacon.
That's why I have that in my pack at all times
Yeah.
on late season hunts. I don't try to leave it at camp with my stove. I'm
Always in your
taking it,
pack.
Always in my pack.
Yeah. Yeah, good tip. I love that. My next piece is going to be a good pair of gaiters. So this is the Stone Glacier Alpine gaiter. This is a new gaiter for them, probably launched maybe 4 or 5 months ago at this point. I love this gaiter, and primarily the thing I like about it is the way that it fits. I don't get a lot of slop like I get in a lot of gaiter with a bunch of extra material that kind of builds up and moves around. It's got that Kevlar rope underpiece, which has been great for me. Wear and tear on them has been awesome. I wore them to Alaska. Wore them a week ago in Montana. They've been great. So a good pair of gaiters is absolutely key to keeping your feet dry, keeping your feet warm. And for me, these are tough to beat. So that's the Stone Glacier Alpine Gator.
I will second that. I wear gaiters all the time.
Yep.
Yep.
Very good. What else you got?
All right, the other essential we kind of already touched on a little bit is having a stove on a late season hunt. So late season hunts, I'm all about floorless shelters. So we're on either, so you got that Cimarron, Red Cliff, depending on how many people we have. And I think a stove is essential, not just for staying warm and drying all my stuff off, but this other week in Idaho, we hunted in a place where there was no water at all.
Right.
Zero water. Tried to get away from the horse hunters, all the water sources. So I was melting snow the entire time for water. So basically that's filling up a bunch of snow in like a jet boil, an MSR, like stove thing, and then setting that snow on top of the stove while this stove's rocking. Just get this thing red hot. Slowly melts down that snow. I have another bottle of like a Nalgene or whatever, fill the snow, take that water, dump it in there, shake it up, make a bunch of water that way.
Well, and then you don't have to burn extra fuel to try to melt.
Yep, you don't want to burn your
snow.
fuel, want to kind of save it. So that's why I think a stove is essential, not just for staying warm, staying comfortable. It also helps your mind stay right, and even if you go back, get warm.
Yep.
But this is great. You can also cook on it too.
Right.
Put some tortillas on there.
Some tortillas.
I haven't cooked a backstrap on there, but I bet you probably could just sear a little backstrap.
You absolutely could. Drying out gear, right?
Drying out gear. Having it just everything about a stove in late season. Boots. There's so many benefits to having a stove.
Right.
And I don't think you can hunt without one in some of these temps that coming up here.
I agree. Yeah, and drying out your gear is a huge piece of that puzzle because your gear does get wet. It's easy to talk yourself off the hill. This keeps you in the game for sure.
And they're so light. Like all these Seek Outside stoves are very, very lightweight.
Yeah, and
we'll split the weight too. Like you carry the teepee, I carry the stove, and it works out really well.
We have all kinds of those. We've got the regular stove. This is my stove. It's a large. We've got the U-turn stoves. We've got mediums, SXLs, extra larges. So we've got some stoves. So key component for late season hunting for sure. Next piece that I'm going to jump into is probably a combination of several pieces, and I'm just going to kind of run through them real quick. All of them I think are key. You got to stay warm in the late season by far. That is the biggest component.
It is, yep.
It can be real miserable if you're cold. So I've got maybe 3 or 4 pieces here. I'm just going to lump into one piece, call it one. But these are your insulation pieces that are going to keep you in the game. First, I got a pair of down mittens. So this is an Outdoor Research set of down, glassing mittens, which is primarily what I use them for. You can sit up on a ledge for hours as long as you can keep your hands warm. You got to keep glassing, obviously, to find game. So Outdoor Research glassing mittens, pair of down booties. These aren't down. This is an aerogel. So this is a Outdoor Research aerogel booty. So it's a synthetic insulation. I found these maybe, 3 or 4 years ago. What I found is that my feet run really hot, so my feet are constantly wet anyway because my feet are sweating.
Yep.
And which is fine when you're hiking, but immediately when I stop to glass for 3 or 4 hours, my feet are wet already anyway, and they get cold.
So you'll pull your boots off, put these on while you're sitting there glassing?
Yep, so that's
even in the snow?
Yep. Yeah, I'll pull my boot off, just kind of set it to the side, throw it under a pack cover or something if it's snowing, and I'll just throw these booties on. It keeps my feet warm.
I've also done a lot too, wearing these booties at camp.
Perfect around camp.
Go outside, grab some wood, do whatever, grab some other snow.
Yep. Middle of the night, you got to take a leak, throw those on, walk outside. That's a great addition to my pack. So that's the Outdoor Research aerogel booty. A couple other insulation pieces. This is a Sitka 3/4 length Kelvin down pant. Down pants go everywhere in my pack. Absolutely
have it.
Key component to my glassing system for sure. Another great piece around camp. Yeah, you get back at night, you just want to chill out, throw a down pant on. And then a good down jacket, so a good insulation layer. This is a new piece for us here in the goHUNT gear shop. This is the Outdoor Research helium down jacket. It's an 800 fill. Kind of a cool feature of this down jacket that some other down jackets don't have is this waterproof portion on the shoulders and the sleeve.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. Super warm jacket. I've been using it for a month or so. It's been great. My kid's been wearing it a bunch, so another great piece. So you got to have some insulation layers: pants, jacket, booties, and mittens.
I've actually used all those at once at one point to be able to stay out on a deer when I didn't want to go back to camp.
Yep.
Just throwing my down on, was able to start a little fire, and just camped out there.
Yep. And then kind of the last piece I think we'd both touch on, whether it's a glassing pad, which we don't have one here, but we both have one.
Both always have a glassing pad, yep.
Yeah. And you've been using this, right?
Yep. I actually love that. Early season hunts, late season hunts, what this is going to allow you to do is get out of the snow. and be able to glass comfortably, especially behind a tripod.
Right.
Pull the legs out, sit down. You're not going to be in the snow. You're not going to be wet or anything. It's super easy. You got to pull these out. Give this thing a little twist.
So that's the BRT glassing stool.
Yeah, I really love this.
Less
And
than a
it's
pound.
super, super lightweight, and it folds up super small too, fit in your pack. But just being comfortable glassing, you're gonna be able to glass more animals, and then being comfortable with all these other pieces too.
Sure.
Buy more game.
Yeah.
That's the name of it. Like we said earlier on late season hunts.
Another great piece around camp too, huh?
Yep. Sitting around, cooking
Yeah.
some steak, doing whatever you got to do.
I find the older I get, the more I'm okay with packing a little extra weight. If I'm that much more comfortable, it's a better experience if I'm out there. I'm also more effective, which, the reason you're out there is to find and kill an animal anyway.
Especially
so.
when you're taking like your kids out too. You want them to be
Oh
comfortable.
yeah, huge. Yeah, I've been buying 2 of everything because now I got kids. So
Exactly.
anyway, that's kind of it for us. Our late season gear essentials, I'd say, for late season hunts. I'm getting ready to leave in a week. You're leaving.
I'm leaving as well. So we both got big late season hunts where all these pieces will come in handy.
Yep.
Obviously, I got a bunch of down. I use the same tripod.
Got some Colorado tags, got some Montana tags. So we still got a lot of late season hunting left to
Yeah.
do.
Fun time of year. The rut is starting.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Can't
Mule
wait.
deer, baby.
Good luck.